Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to do something that matters. The need to create, express myself and gain new experiences was deeply rooted in my brain. All that was new to me was incredibly intriguing and totally absorbed my attention. The world was full of different stimuli, curiosities, and I wanted to try everything I possibly could. One day in elementary school, for homework, we had to describe our passion. Children wrote about dancing, painting, or various sports, and I didn't write anything. Of course, I had a lot of hobbies and interests, but there wasn't even one thing I could call my passion. I've always envied people who knew what mattered most to them in life and what they wanted to focus on. So I decided to find something like that too. I've tried swimming, karate, ballet, hip-hop, Zumba, cosplay, sewing, painting, drawing, figure skating, ping pong, learning Japanese, piano, guitar, ukulele, singing, pole dancing, cooking, photography, making films. I also remember watching Violetta on Disney Channel for hours and wanting to be like her. I could say I was kinda obsessed like.
Cześć, jestem Małgosia i chciałam wam pokazać moją kolekcję różnych rzeczy z Violetty. Plakat z George'em Blanco.
Actually obsessed. All of this was fun and consumed hours of my time, but just as quickly as I found a new thing to do, I got bored and gave it up. No matter what I did, it just always wasn't it. Time flew by and I was faced with the choice of high school and the subject I was going to study. I've always been interested in medicine. I watch a lot of medical series and read a lot about it. There was only one thing standing in my way. I almost fainted at the sight of a needle. Detective work or studying forensics was also a tempting option. But was it something I wanted to do for the rest of my life? One summer afternoon, 1 month before I started high school, I was watching after scenes and various footages from the set of my favorite show. I was delighted with the atmosphere there and again fell into the vortex of new interest. I decided to ignore it because it would probably end up like any other. At least, that's what I assumed. As I thought about it more, the better I liked the idea of getting into acting. I used to go to the drama club when I was in primary school and I actually had a lot of fun attending it. I also knew for a long time that I wanted to do something artistic in the future. Though my plans committed to tattooing or drawing were abandoned a long time ago. Music also played a very important role in my life. And new idea was being born in my head. I've been learning singing for a long time, actually before I started talking, I think. Musicals were also my favorite type of art that ever existed. In an amateur way, I also shooted and edited films, which continues to give me a lot of pleasure and allows me to express myself and show to the others part of my work. I knew that just editing or operating the camera would not satisfy me. I decided to join an acting studio that I actually still go to. I love it and there are people that are like family to me. We have 2 hours of singing, 1 hour of acting and 1 hour of dancing. I could never really dance, but I truly enjoyed it and the more I practiced the better I got. At least That's what I think. 2 months after I started my adventure, I played in a musical called Dirty Dancing. Then it was time for Journey for One Smile, Footloose, 20 Years, Station of Destiny, in which I managed to get the main role, and many others. I finally felt that what I was doing made sense, that I finally found my passion. It's my 3rd year now, and I've decided to try to get into an acting school. I still had a lot to learn, and I'm still terrified of how fast I've become an adult, how time passes. I've got my driver's license, I bought a car, I'm on my way to graduation, I can legally drink alcohol. Soon I'll have to move out of the house and make the most important decisions of my life. It is scary and overwhelming. Did I choose well? Am I sure this is it? Won't I get bored of it, like of the other things? Would I end up as an unemployed and homeless actress? Possibly. But would I be satisfied with an average life? Would you be satisfied with it? I know for sure that I want to make the most of every moment that the universe gave me. Time flies fast, but I have enough of it to make mistakes, change my mind, start something new, take risks. Just like everyone else, I want to be happy. And even though I have huge responsibilities and people relying on me, I know I can do it. I have great humans around me that I know I can count on. And I finally found something that I'm actually good at. Not just average as when it comes to the other things. Neither good nor bad. If I were to get a grade from basic life skills, it would probably be a C. Maybe I live with my head in the clouds and reach for the things that are hard to achieve. Not to mention impossible. I know I'm also ambitious and self-critical. It's hard for me to be satisfied with myself, but it's also hard for me to be satisfied with life. I'm always chasing something, and more than once I end up tripping. But youth, which I am so afraid to lose, has its own laws and allows for false and stupid mistakes. I have to learn that I can't have everything at once. I still have time. I won't waste it. I've only got one life to live, and I've got to make the best out of it. 'Cause no one is gonna do it for me.